onto crest, flat right, into crest, left, 5, 4,
No.
onto go, 50, onto flat right, onto left 1 plus, 30, right 3, you okay?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of VintageGamer.com. Girls too. Girls are welcome here. Although my Google Analytics say it's like 97% guys. It is a sausage fest around here, but hopefully that will change. Today we are taking a look at WRC5, World Rally Championship 5. And I've mentioned before, you notice most of the game reviews I do here at Vintage Gamer are all racing games. I do the occasional sports game or like flight combat game or something like that. But mostly what I do is racing. I leave the other stuff to the girls. But I guess there's no polite word. I guess I've boasted before that this is my forte. This is my genre. This is what I'm good at. Well, there are exceptions. I don't know very much about rally racing. I did used to watch it back in the day, like 15 years ago, 17 years ago, around there, when I was super into auto racing, you know, as a sport, not just video games. It used to be on Speed Channel at like 3 in the morning. And being a night owl, sometimes I was up and I would watch it. And it's cool to watch. I don't know all the drivers, and you know, it's makes you don't usually see in auto racing: Volkswagen, Subaru, Mitsubishi. You know, and here in the United States, we're used to Chevy, Ford. We're looking at a Ford right now, but you know, Dodge. You know, we're just and then we all know. You know, Honda and stuff from like IndyCar, and you know, we're a little bit familiar with like F1 here and BMW, Mercedes, that kind of thing. But rally is just not something that is really paid attention to in the United States. Not very much. And one, that's a shame. I would love it if there was a rally race in the United States. New Mexico would be an awesome place. The state of New Mexico, where I live, would be an awesome place for a rally race. But I digress. When I did the Test Drive Le Mans review for the Sega Dreamcast about a week and a half ago, like Le Mans, like that, this is just a type of racing that is very much off the radar, and that's unfortunate. Now, with regards to World Rally Championship 5, WRC5. I'm doing this review because it is the end of February 2017, and in just a couple of days, WRC6 is coming out, and we're definitely going to review that because I was so pleasantly surprised with this game, even though, as you can tell from my crappy driving, it was frustrating the shit out of me. I am not great at all racing games all the time. I was a little bit humbled here. This, the only racing game I think I can really remember playing is Sega Rally, which was also really fun. But Sega Rally is an arcade racer, and this really is not. I think you would have to be fair, you would have to call this a sim racer, and it punishes you for your mistakes. As you can tell, my little Ford Fiesta has taken a lot of damage, and you get see the silhouette of the car there on the right. The transmission's flashing. I'm not going anywhere right now. That's because I lost all the other gears. All I had was the high gear. Remember that line in Days of Thunder? Just give me the high gear. Well, yeah, that's what's going on here. You know, when you screw up and you don't have reverse anymore, you have to hold down the triangle button, and it kind of sets you back in time, and you get a little penalty, and you learn from your mistakes very quickly. This is not a forgiving game. You youngsters, and I'm not knocking you guys, I just don't understand it. With the racing games and the souped up Hondas and all that, you guys are really into drifting, and I don't. I don't really get that. I just don't get it. On 36, maybe I'm a little over the hill for some of that, but that whole Fast and Furious drifting, make the car go sideways even though we're not going fast for no apparent reason. I don't get it. I just don't. And I'm sure some of you young guys are thinking, especially here in the United States, I'm thinking some of you guys are thinking you can just drift your way through these turns. You're just going to pull the e-brake and slide right through, then hit the gas. No, you are not. This will... the nice thing about this game, it is unforgiving enough, it is brutal enough, it's still fun, but it will force you to drive correctly. There will not be any serious drifting here or anything like that. So one thing that's kind of cool, the Citroen I'm driving right here, and just like most, like an F1 game or a NASCAR game, you do have the correct teams and drivers and makes a car and all that. But this Citroen team, it's actually chicks. You can hear from the right turn, left turn, all that. That's cool. I actually, when I was watching Rally years ago now, there were no girls, so that's kind of cool. I guess they're kind of like the Danica Patrick of the rally world. Any of you guys that are big rally fans, please chime in. I don't know if they're any good or anything like that, but I did think that was kind of cool. Especially hot girls that are into auto racing. That is definitely definitely works for me at least. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Right to minus. 50, left 3, long, hold.
Okay, a brief explanation for you guys that are not, if you're just an American like me and don't know anything about rally, or if you're just getting into the sport or know nothing about auto racing but think this game looks beautiful because it is, and you want to try it out. Rally works a little bit different. It's not just one guy in a car where you have like a spotter, like the guy on top of the grandstands telling you, hey, high, low, clear, low, whatever. Rally, actually, you have like a co-pilot, and I apologize, I don't know what the technical term is, a navigator maybe, but they're in the passenger seat, and they're looking at a map, and they're looking at where you are, and they're looking at the time, and they're yelling out right turn, left turn. These turns come up so fast, and you also don't know, is it a sharp right, is it a chicane, is it a U-turn, is it a soft right, do you need to brake, do you need to lift? That's their job, that's what they do. They're the ride-along person. And I apologize. Please list in the comments what the name of that job is. I'm embarrassed. I can't remember. It's not really a new concept. It's not something that's never been seen in other facets of auto racing. If you look way back in the day at like the Indianapolis 500, they called them riding mechanics, and they served a kind of a similar purpose. Any issues that would come up or something like that they could possibly handle, and this was before crew chiefs and all that, that was their job. And that kind of got phased out back in the 20s, I think it was, mainly because those guys crashed so much, they died so much back in the day. I don't know who has, you got a giant set of balls just to drive. I mean, to ride along, I don't know. I was so stoked to win this race. This was actually the first race I won, because I spent hours and hours with this game. And if you look, I won by a little more than 1/10 of a second. That is how close these races can be, which is really amazing to me. So you see here, I switched to the Subaru Impreza WRX. I had to do that for Pontiff Games, longtime VintageGamer.com fan, even from way back in the day when there was still a 19 before the year. He's a big Subaru guy, so I had to give him one. And I believe I'm racing in Wales. That's another thing that's very cool. You go to different continents. There's Lima, Peru. There's one in Brazil. There's one in Mexico. Lots of European countries. So you get a big variety of racing, or racing environments, I should say. There is a good variety of cars, but it's all your typical rally car stuff. The Subaru, the Volkswagens, the Peugeots, the Renaults, the, what am I missing? Mitsubishis. Hyundais even in one class. Citroens, that's what the girl drivers were driving. So that's kind of cool, but there are a lot of makes maybe the American audience isn't going to be familiar with. And I keep mentioning the American audience because that's where I'm based. That is where 90% of the viewers come from. So I'm kind of tailoring it towards an American audience. So not trying to leave anyone out or anything like that, but I do try to cater to who's actually watching the videos. Go figure. So I'm already at over 10 minutes on this review, which is a very long review. I hope you're still tuned in. In conclusion, I mean, there's a good selection of cars. There's an awesome selection of tracks. The graphics are beautiful. The controls are excellent. Things handle, the physics, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, are awesome. All around, I mean, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. There is going to be a learning curve, especially if you are used to arcade racers. But I would say after 5 or 10 races, just do like the quick race. After about 5 or 10 of those, you will start to get the hang of it. Don't get frustrated with the people calling out directions. You'll get the timing down on that. This is just fun. This is just good fun. So, rent it, buy it. It's a year old now. Number 6 is coming out, so I'm sure you'll be able to find this one real cheap, real quick. Just an all-around good game. Big Ben Interactive did this game, and I'm actually very stoked. I don't think I've played any of their other releases, but here just a couple months ago, they bought the Test Drive series. They bought the rights to that, and I've been playing Test Drive games since back when Accolade owned them. That was an Accolade property back in like the 80s. So I'm a big fan of that series. Based on this, I think there are good things coming for the Test Drive series. So anyway, definitely a title you guys should check out if you're into racing in any way, shape, or form. If you can get through the little learning curve in the beginning, I think you're going to really like this because it is a gorgeous game with lots of cars and tracks and drivers and different environments, daytime, nighttime, morning time, rain, snow, ice, pavement. I was very, very pleasantly surprised because I was not expecting a game that would be this polished, and this really was just an awesome game. I mean, I can't sing its praises enough. So definitely check it out, and if you will be so kind to give me a like or subscribe. I guess if you're giving me a like, you could probably give me a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it because it definitely helps us out. And let's see, later this week I got some catch up to do, but we got a monitor review coming up, the HBEA 27. We have a Apple Airport Extreme review coming up. I believe it's the Airport Extreme. I lost a little box, but yeah, it's the little add-on thing. We have 102 Dalmatians for the Dreamcast. We have Chess for the PS4, and 1 or 2 other things I can't remember off the top of my head. I have a backlog, and so does Raquel. So anyway, be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much. Talk to you guys later. Sit, Dick, sit. Good cat.